Good morning, Mount Olive Church and friends. This is our Monday morning devotion. Please turn to Hebrews 12, verses 1. We'll just go through verse 1. Hebrews 12 and verse 1. That's going to be our devotion today. I think the most moving part of yesterday's sermon, for me, was the part that talked about when David put on Saul's armor. And in my mind, I imagined that it didn't fit. He was not trained in it. And it really was something that was cumbersome to him. It was a burden to him, and he didn't trust it. And so I can just see him weighed down with all that armor. And so I think he knew he would be defeated by being weighed down. But I don't think that was the only thing that could hinder or weigh down in his work for victory. We talked about some things that hinders or burdens us in our journey with the Lord. The first thing comes out of 1 Samuel 17:11, the dismay of others, the fear, the doubts of others. David could have let that stop him. And then we see that his brother came, and the disdain of family members. He criticized him. He didn't show him respect. A third factor was when Saul looked at him and said, you're just a youth. You can't go fight that champion. The discouragement of others. So we've got dismay, disdain, discouragement, and then Saul's armor. These four things are things that would hinder us in our victory. So now let's read Hebrews 12 and verse 1. Wherefore seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses. Praise God, there are angels all around us, and they're observing our lives and ministering to us. Continue the reading. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us. And so it says that it would easily beset us, meaning that we would be ensnared or trapped or hindered. So, and the imagery here is of an Olympic runner in the Greek games. They would, and I talked about how they would strip down their clothing to just a little bit, and they would run their race. And as they would run their race, they would want to do it as light as they possibly could. And so running that as light as they possibly could, it would not hinder them in their victory. But as I put on the weighted vest yesterday and the weights around my arms, we're so prone to allow things to weigh us down, things that burden us, or trying our own self-works and in our own self-confidence of trying to solve things and fix things. And so as I do this devotion, there's no doubt people just like me who are so prone to being weighed down by things. It can be the dismay of others. It can be the disdain of people you love. It could be discouraging times. It could be, again, your own self-confidence and trying to fix things. And then it says the weight and the sin. Sin also will hinder us and hinder our run and our race for the Lord. And so we need to surrender those things today. God does not want you to live in defeat because you're burdened and weighed down. He wants you to run freely in this race of faith. So let's read it again. Let us lay aside every weight and the sin which so easily ensnares us. And let us run with patience, endurance, the race that He has set before us. As David took that old armor of Saul and put it off. Put off anything that's burdened you, that's a burden to you today. Have a great Monday.